Yes? Okay. Now we are live.
Yep, we are
Hello,
live.
Team Cross. This is our first English live stream with you. We are really excited, having you in our live stream in English.
I'm really honoured to be asked. Very much. Thank you very much,
Thank
Callum.
you,
I
thank you,
really
Tim,
appreciate it.
for joining us and supporting us through this project. How are you, first of all?
I'm very well, thank you. And sorry if I interrupted you there, Hakan. I'm really honoured to be asked, and I'm looking forward to seeing some Cyprus players. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to commentating and seeing how they do and seeing how the match goes. And your project that seems so impressive so far.
Thank you, Tim. We trying to do our best. We're not full professional, we know that, but we just trying to, improve backgammon, modern backgammon popularity, prestige,
Yes.
with these productions, and hopefully, support our players as well to improve, support backgammon viewers to learn with the grandmasters like you, having in our commentator spot. So hopefully, viewers can enjoy, you can enjoy, and we definitely enjoying it so much. It's really exciting, having such grandmasters like you, and in our live stream we had. And before you, Cüneyt Argun Genç is grandmaster in Turkey, as you know. He
Yes.
was on UBC. Ali Çetinbelen the same. Also Arda Findikoğlu, one of the biggest organizer in the world, And now you, after that, WBIF President Bernard Meyer at 9 o'clock, and so tomorrow we got some more visitors. It's really exciting to having
It
such
is.
amazing people in our live stream. Our players are, improving every day, and hopefully they will perform good in this live stream as well. And with your commentating, we will try to learn a lot from you.
Let's hope so. Let's hope it works well and we get some
Yeah,
interesting seconds, an interesting match. And
yeah.
good luck to the two players. I'm looking forward to watching play.
That's lovely. What you doing in? Are you in England now?
Yes, I'm in England. Nothing. Well, we've got the UK Open coming up in a fortnight, so that's taking a bit of my time because I'm the host, and myself and sort of Steve Lee are the tournament directors. Steve's
Hmm.
doing most of the management. I'm just doing hosting and meeting people. So that's coming up in 2 weeks. We've got some great guests, famous people like Kent Goulding. We've got Art Benjamin, the mathematician, I think he's called. And it's a fantastic tournament, over 200. It doesn't compare with the Istanbul in Istanbul, but it's
Yeah.
a very tournament by our standards, over 200 people.
Over
So
to Ooh, that's a lot. That's really nice.
yeah, yeah.
Where is it? This happening?
It's in the Midlands, the middle of England, somewhere called Leamington Spa. Really
Okay.
close to, if you're an English student, to where Shakespeare was born, about 3 miles from where Shakespeare lived.
Okay.
So it's very historic around there.
Oh, okay.
And
I'm
next year,
planning.
you're all welcome.
I'm planning to come London next year. Summer
Oh, that would
maybe,
be
if I
great.
can find
Yeah.
tournaments there, I will really enjoy, joining them.
Oh, it'd be great to see you. A few people, a few great players. Only this Wednesday, I met up
Okay.
with Will Ellings because he was in the country. Great, great, great players come and go, and it'd be great to see you. I can. It'd be brilliant. We always get on well, me and you,
Yeah. Yeah.
when we're studying backgammon together. It's brilliant. So, uh, look,
Okay. Are you planning to come Cyprus? We have.
I can't. I really am limited. Pro, Part mainly financially. I mean, I priorities are the UBC and representing the UK in tournaments,
Wow.
and really can't do more than 2 foreign holidays a year. Really, I'm really
Okay.
do that.
So
So
you're going to be in the UBC next year as well, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Well, I got Ali, you've already mentioned,
Yeah,
beat quarter. We both qualified for the quarterfinal, and Ali beat me in the quarterfinal.
I
So
know.
he's a great player, a great guy. So he's my he's on my target, but he's a great player that I admire so much. And he, so he knocked me out in the quarterfinal. I'm still dreaming about a 155 play I made that if I right, I'd have squeaked past him. But that's the game, and I have no shame in losing to Ali. He's a great player, as you know.
Yeah, I watched your interview with him as well. I was
Oh
really
right, yeah,
excited to watching you guys because I know both of you. It
yeah,
was really exciting to watch that UBC tournament. It's every year it's amazing to watch.
yeah.
Hopefully, as a Cypriot players, we are planning to come UBC next year. I
Oh,
don't
brilliant.
know if we're
Yeah,
going to be ready, but hopefully we will be. We got seven
yeah.
months. Maybe we can see you there. I'm definitely planning to come. Few other
Oh
people
wow. Well,
planning to
come there
come as
'cause,
well.
a lot of the greatest players in the world are there for that tournament.
Yeah,
So
I know.
it'd be great to see you.
It's really
Yeah,
exciting, I know. Okay, shall we start, Tim?
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm
Okay.
looking forward. Do you want
Okay,
to
Halil.
introduce the two players?
Yeah, Halil, they can start now. Hopefully you will enjoy it, Tim. I think
Yes, thank you.
it's different experience for us. So,
Yeah, let's.
okay.
We definitely have Sertac with the white checkers. Yes,
Sorry?
Sertac is with the white checkers. Yeah,
Yes, that's right.
yeah,
Sertaç, as I told you before, is an experienced player.
yeah,
Maybe over 10 years he's been playing modern backgammon, but he's not really studying it so much. For the last 1 or 2 years, he's been trying to, understand this PR factor.
yes.
Ozan is the youngest talented player in our country. Uh, he practices a lot, but
Yeah,
he doesn't study so much because of his studies in university, but he's got
right.
bright future ahead of him, and I think these live streams and stuff can motivate all of them to improve as a player. So I think they are a really good player right now, and they will be
Uh,
even better in the
Absolutely.
future.
Sertac just made the first slight error.
Okay.
That which is worth it. Basically, once you're further behind in the race, like Sertac was, there's not much to think about other than fighting for the 5 points, and you just go and go and go as a general rule. And even though there's some things that because already now Sertac by not hitting on the 5 points is a slight disadvantage. So always, one of my tips for the open is always fight for the 5 points.
Mm-hmm.
But apart from that, great play so far.
Double four.
Yeah, you think you've got to achieve something big here. So this is interesting. When you roll a double like this,
Maybe making four and hitting loose on two.
yeah, it's very complex play. I think I will put two on the bar myself. So
8-4.
yeah. No, the best play is
Yeah, 6-4. Sorry, 8-4 and 6-2. Hit and lose.
well, that's what we. Oh yeah, that's what we said. Two on the bar, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh no, no. Yeah, I shouldn't follow that. Right. Okay. It's quite a surprise. Quite a surprise that 8-4 is better than putting two on the bar. No wonder. No wonder Ozan is taking his time. This is a really tough play.
Yeah, it is.
I would have got it. I think I would have been. I would have found it hard to resist 7-4, 7-3 with two.
No, this is too deep.
I would have.
Too deep.
Yeah, it's the third. It's the third best play.
Yeah.
And if it's this, there's no shame. And this would have been my play. Just 2 on the bar is better by far is one of my rules. And you know, it's yeah, it's a 67 hour, which is quite tough. I suppose it's if you look at look at it after the play, you've got those 2 big stacks. But it is a bit, you know, it was a very tough play that. So there's no shame. That was hard. That was hard. I think I would probably have played Ozan's played and lost 67 at points of equity myself. You know, and as I said, Sertaç just made his mistake when he didn't hit it early on.
Okay, he chose to make 23.
It's a hard point to know what to do with that one.
This is good reaction. If he's thinking about the cube,
yeah,
it's really nice to, you know, have
this is turning into a tricky game now. Now, there's no really sensible 2, so he might as well play 24 to 22 just to play.
Maybe hitting on ace 6-5 and landing on 23. I would maybe prefer doing that for structure.
Now this is it's definitely this one.
Yeah.
So this one is just 2014. I'm pretty certain it's just 2014. Well played, attack. Playing good. Well played. Excellent play. 185. You can't. If he finishes anywhere like this, he'll be delighted. That was excellent.
They played around 6 PR average.
Yeah.
But I know in reality, like when we're practicing, they can play much lower. Unfortunately, because of the this excitement and you know, it's a bit stressful atmosphere because it's the first experience for all of us, to be honest with you. And this stress factor is affecting them. Me as well.
It does. Everybody plays. Everybody plays worse at BMAB than it's a tough environment. You know.
Yes, it is.
To play.
Experience is very important.
Okay, so yeah, this one I'm not so sure about that play. Play that quickly.
You broke the midpoint.
Right. So now you want to anchor up as white. Now you're behind. You just want to. You just want. He definitely wants to anchor up and play in the game. To the end. This is a very important play for Sertaç. Well played. The important one's right. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Swing them round and make the 9 point. Well played. I'd bring both, I think. Yeah.
It looks nice.
Fun. Sertaç is really on form today. Great start. Keep it up.
Well done.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah. Well, making 5 maybe?
Yeah. It's actually behind. So we certainly play the first 2 like that and then have a look. We want to, as white, we try to maximise, our only thought is to maximise contacts and obviously making the 5. There wasn't anything else that we could create more contacts, so that was a correct play. It's slightly too early. So Ozan should know this is too early. Why? Because he should have in his head the positions where we've got an anchor on the 20 point, and basically even just a bit too early.
Yeah.
Even if black escapes his back, white is still close to a take. So there's nothing. So now white is a free shot at the 2. Okay. So
You don't
White,
really have market losers there. Like,
that. You said things so much better than me. Absolutely, that's what I was stumbling to say. Thank you. Yeah, there were no market losers but he would have known that by understanding advanced anchor games and
but
position.
now, if the cube wasn't on, I think this will be a cube, right?
It would be a cube, but it'd be an easy. It would still be a pretty easy take.
Easy take. That's right.
Yeah, so that was why he shouldn't double last time, because it's got better for black, and yet white is a very comfortable take. Okay. Now white, and he can still wait a bit with his goalkeeper. It gets difficult for when do you give your goalkeeper up is the hard thing for white in these positions, and I think my own thought is that it keeps the goal 4 point is open, but then once that 4 point is open, he starts to panic about getting gammoned and therefore has to come off.
Ooh, very nice roll.
Oh, so certainly, yeah.
Yeah, this is the one. This must be the one.
Yeah, I think so.
Clearing the goalkeeper, because that's the biggest threat.
Just clear a point. Clear a point is always the thing to do against an anchor. When you've got a huge race lead.
Yeah, Sertaç is playing really nice.
Oh, he's
Ozan unfortunate with the cube decision.
Yeah.
Oh, super jokers.
Wow.
Very nice. He can even go to gammon.
Absolutely, his favourite for gammon now. Now, he should just... He's such a big favourite for gammon here, he can afford to play really safely. One of the things when deciding whether to clear or not is be aware of how certain the gammon is. And I would say that the gammon is... I
didn't like this. I would clear the 6. Yeah, it's blunder, I think. Can we see Halil that double 2, please? When you find time.
I think it was probably clearing the
6.
Clearing the 6 points and getting it done and dusted. Don't look. He's got a lot to do to try and keep up with them playing at this pace and clear.
Yeah.
So we're both pretty convinced, aren't we, Hakan? You know?
Yeah, we are. Like when you can find time, Halil, please show us that double 2. Yeah, when you find time.
No. They play fast enough in ordinary positions, never mind in bear-offs.
Yeah.
He's doing a brilliant job.
Yeah, he is. We have brilliant young team, you know, to do these productions and learn every day, you know, all of us. With this production, double two, yeah, that's the clearing completely 6.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah,
that's it.
Basically, how to make decisions like that is be aware of how when things are in the balance, play aggressively. When things are either no chance of getting them or almost certain, play conservatively, play carefully. That's the way to make the decision. It's an easy way to think before you make your decision. Okay, so Sertaç, incredible background so far. Let's see if we can keep up.
He can. I know he can. All of them. Ozan same. Like when they are on form, they can really play great. All of them. Brilliant. But I think he can manage the stress factor because he's experienced now. He had his live stream, you know, at 3 o'clock. Now this is his second one. I think he's more relaxed. Hopefully, he will keep performing like this. And Ozan is going to improve. This is the first blunder. on Sertaç.
Yeah. I was surprised it was actually a blunder. I know it was a mistake, but I didn't expect it to be a blunder as big as that.
Okay, cube decisions coming close for black.
It is. It's
No, it's 4-0 ahead.
That would have. It's a shame because it would have been interesting because of the score.
Yeah.
Black had to be really careful with the cube, but now, of course, it's not even close. So it would. There could have been some really interesting cube decisions there.
Yeah. But I don't think we will see cube action in the short future.
No. I don't know. I mean, absolute kudos to our transcriber to keep up with this pace of play. The commentator is struggling. Sorry? The commentator here is, i.e. me, Tim Cross, the commentator, is struggling with the pace of play, trying to make insightful comments at the speed in. So the transcriber is doing an absolutely magnificent job, really impressive.
Yeah. They are. 6-4.
Okay, so these are the hard decisions, aren't they? Do we leave an anchor or don't we leave an anchor? And a few things to account. One is the race, board strength, but you should no, slow down. It was too hard a decision, and that's a big blunder. Big blunder. That was a really hard decision. We have to, when we see plays like that, we have to take into account the race and board strength.
Yeah.
As a general rule, we should be hitting. You need a strong reason not to hit in backgammon, is the way I prefer to look at things. And I think that was a big, was a...
It is. Because what's going to happen now? Like, you got...
Exactly. We've just conceded the advantage to black.
Yeah.
We had a chance of equalising completely. Yeah. And just, sometimes, of course things can go wrong, but that's the nature of backgammon. If it was 100% certain whatever you did, it would be a really boring game. So, okay, but more importantly, on such a difficult decision as like that, you should, like, if you think back to how I was thinking, I was starting to analyse the position for race, board strength, and deciding, can I get away with this hit? And before I was even halfway through it, Sertaç had already made his decision.
Yeah, he made
harder than that, Yeah, exactly. It's a lot harder to make those difficult decisions than just how it feels. You've got to have some rules and regulate.
That's a great move. Yeah, come on.
It is. That's a lovely play. Well played, Ozan. He's coming in his own now. 2-2. This is quite hard now for White or Sertaç. What does he do? He wants to keep...
I think we need to push 24. We need to push that forward, I think, because we got no timing, right?
Yeah, well, White wants to maintain contact as much as possible, but all the twos inside, they're all bad, Yeah. He just... There was a real conflict there between how the checker played and the type of game he should have been playing. So he did. You have to think it through. So Sertaç struggled in this game
because he missing the point. The point is you're missing timing. You can raise. You need to push that back checker forward because like in the end you have to get out.
Yes, in the end you've got to use it exactly. So what he's got confused with is getting the balance between following the theme of the game and realizing when
he's not reading the pip anymore. I think now he's thinking that he's far behind. I think.
Yes, exactly. What he needs to know. What he needs to see is he needs to have another checker in play, which is on from him playing 24 to 21, and then he'll be able to spring that out and use that as part of his army, as it were. So we could do with. I haven't got a pip count here, so
we got pip count there. It's 127, 131.
Oh yes, sorry, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's closer than I had. But of course, in the real world, I would actually have the pip count. I would know it, so I'd be aware of it in a position like this.
Yeah, still.
So
4-3. It's not 4-3, Halil. It's 5-4. Yeah.
So now, even winning 4-0, like think about the cue because his position is in such advantage.
Can we hold the game, Halil? 1 second, we got error message in our live stream. Can you give me 30 seconds, Tim, for me to check it out? Yeah.
Okay, and it's a really interesting position. So if you break for a second, it will be really helpful to me to just explain a few things that are going on here.
Okay, all right, yeah. I give a break, because I need to check the system. It giving error. Okay. You can talk about the position, yeah?
Okay. So where we are now is that Ozan is winning 4-0 to 7. When you're 3 away against many away, you have to be extremely careful in the way you play in the cube because you don't want to give your opponent access to the cube. However, when you learn that particular skill, you then have to know how far you push it. So this position would be double and probably pass at 0-0 to 11, but a very strong double, easy double, and a very close pass take. But even at 4-0 to 7, we've come back into the range where Ozan should be considering doubling because his position is so strong, and more particular, Serkan's position is so weak.
Okay, we can start, Halil.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you see that White's position is crunched, and this would probably, this would certainly be a pass at 0-0 to 11. But at this score, it's so even. One of the things I used to do when I learned about how to be careful at certain scores and when to be aggressive and when to be careful, the danger is you go too far. And I would say that even in this position, White should go. Black should go. Now, you see, if he can't, Black's attack is good. He cannot take this chance of coming out. It's just too big a play.
Yeah.
He's just got to play the simple 8-4, 6-1. And as Akgül was pointing out a lot before, we mustn't. White has got into a bit of trouble because he didn't bring his 24 checkers to a 21 before to bring it out into the game. But well played, Sertaç. You found the correct move. I think that Black should still double here. Oh yes,
yeah, very close.
But because of the score, this is now a take for White.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Normally
it's a big pass, right?
It would be a pass this at 0. I always call neutral scores 0-0 to 11.
Yeah.
People like talk about money games.
Because here is double because he's got no readable value, right? Like
exactly.
How can he redouble us? Like it's not close.
But White might have a take here because he's got a race chances.
Yeah, that's right.
So that is the big reason that White still has a take here, even in this position and at this. So hopefully we'll see Ozan putting over the cube here. Now, I understand cautious. It's because of the score.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so he just does nothing close, just brings 2 down.
Yeah.
And White needs a 2 or a 3 desperately. No, so again, he's rolled that nasty 5-4 again. Oh, this will probably be a pass now, whatever he does.
Would you break 19?
To
No,
be honest,
I mean
I think I'm
21.
passing. And no, yeah, no, I wouldn't. I'd play this. I would play this. I don't think I could break. I think it's probably a pass now. Even in this
Can we
position with
see
the.
this move, Halil? Oh, too good. It's
Oh,
even
it's
too
now
good.
too good to double, but I'd still do. In practice, it's only just too good. Practically, in case you get a take.
Yeah.
When you see things like no double or too good to double by by the tiny as 0.002, it's worth doubling because you only need a couple of mistakes and it
Like
goes.
he may take it.
This is
I'm
tempting
feeling.
though for White because of the race and the fact he's 4-0 down. I
No,
know
it's
it's
not take.
sorry.
It's pass.
Oh, it's a big pass, yes, but I'm saying it's tempting, and you
Oh,
will get
yeah.
yeah
I
because
thought
of the
so. He
race. You
made a
see,
big
yeah.
blunder.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was
This position after the match, we go through this because I think right
previous
move is
yeah
giving too good. That's why it's the right move. It's
yes
got trick there that I learned recently. When it's doubled pass at one
yes
move and you can go to too good.
yes
System sometimes XG prefer going to too good so he can't double.
right.
I don't know if
I,
this is the case here.
you see the thing is what happens is but I hope people notice that was why I was saying that Ozan should double because you've got to give your opponent the chance to throw to make a blunder.
Yeah, it's true. It's, there's new terminology, Danish takes, I think.
I'm not sure. Yeah, there is. I don't know what a Danish take is. I'm not quite.
It's a take where you underestimating gammon factors. I don't think it's
Right.
relevant to this position, but
No.
it came up to my mind.
I understand both why Ozan didn't double the previous time and why Sertaç took that time because the race can confuse you very much, But
Yeah.
you've got to be really careful taking cubes when your board is totally bust like this, and yet there's still a bit of contact because there's nothing good going to happen for a long time. No. All right. Okay. This is time just to make a simple play, and
You don't need to do this.
exactly when White is in a bad position like this, you can come to you and get worse and worse and worse. That's a technique you can use often. Just let your opponent get in a more and more of a mess consistently. Okay, you have to hit here. Yeah, well played. This is a tough game to play, this particular one. It's been bad for the PRs, and it's been games where one side is ahead.
You see, all started from not moving that 24
Exactly.
blocks forward.
And you were saying that right. You were saying that straight away. I can absolutely. Absolutely. So, I think this one actually is a bit easier than you think. I think 12 to 6, and then just your checkers at the back, and 18 to 15, I think. You want to cover the outside, leave at least one of them back. Oh, 12 to 3. Wow.
Oh,
12 to 3. Oh, my goodness. I wouldn't have found that one. You see, my play was number 2. It was, you don't need, even though I wouldn't have found that one, my error would have been 0.007. So You know.
Yeah, I would play like you as well, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
It's just,
yeah. I can see that after you've seen XG, you can see
yeah,
what
the
he's
point.
he's just
Yeah,
hoping
he
that White's
found it.
crunched
Well
it even
done.
more, you know.
He found it.
Okay, and White's
Completely crunched.
but now, you know, White is so now we play 12-6.
He's got decent race,
Yeah.
maybe.
He's got race chances, and so that's always scary. You know, a couple of big numbers.
Yeah, you have to stay as back as possible here, right? Because you want
Oh,
to
absolutely. At least one.
contain
There's
the
one
gun.
already. There's already one too far ahead. You know.
Yeah.
So what XG is advising is that he hits on the 3-point. The idea being that he recirculates.
Yeah.
And so White has got even more of Black's team to get round to get past. So this has been a tough position. There's no doubt about it. But what Black is doing is trying to recirculate his checkers. Okay. Not easy.
You see, I told to. Anyway, let's finish the position.
Yeah, Black's so Black are going to have to hit on the 3-point here. So what he should be playing is something like 13-7 and 5-3. Well played, well found, Ozan. 14-8 and 5-3. You know, similar.
Let's
Okay.
go. Yeah.
Absolutely excellent, Ozan. Absolutely excellent finding that 5-3 play. Well played. Yep.
He can do this.
Hang on, I think he just did a misplay there. I think he might. Sorry. Anyway, I thought he had a 1-4. He played a 1-3. He played a 1-4, but obviously we can check afterwards.
Okay, transcription guy.
I think it was I actually think it was a misplay, but we'll.
Misplay. Okay, highly.
I thought it was with a 1-3 and a 1-4. I thought. Oh, come on.
Is it okay now? Yeah. Three, two. Well, high gammon chances here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think clearing the 8s because
Possibly better, but possibly better. As long as you just get your checkers in as quickly as possible.
yeah.
It's just. Oh.
Well, we have to break that. I think 4-4. Yeah, we're giving it, but
yeah.
even if we get it, what's gonna happen? Like we need to clear that. I think this is the right move, but you're giving extra.
Yeah, there's not going to be a lot of difference whatever he does. So, obviously, bring the 5 in, and the 1 he can play either. Again, it won't be much difference, but he possibly would better play 6-5 just to.
You give one more shot, 2 rolls.
Yeah, and it's not. It won't be a big deal. You know, you don't get hung up about players like that, but you know, just try and find them and try and play them correct. But 3-1, yep. And Ozan could, you know, we could have a very short match, unfortunately.
Yeah, it looks like it. You see, Sertaç was playing great, but one misunderstanding of the game and race changed everything.
Exactly.
Really unfortunate.
He played the first game almost perfectly, and then
yeah.
You don't want to leave. That's it. It's not worth being so aggressive.
Well, gammons. Well, he's got goals for the gammons.
I'd have played safe, but XG saying I'd have been wrong. But well played.
Because it's worth for it. Like, even if you give a block, what's gonna like?
It's very unlikely we'll turn it around. I actually maybe overestimated the gammons.
Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose I think once you've got threes that still play safely, you can take a lot more risks. You know, and it's the same when you've got a full board. As long as you've got threes, okay, you can take a lot more risks. So, and this is an example where because you've got a 3 to play, you didn't take a shot. Well done. Five, 3.
Well,
I think we can afford the 1 pip wasted by coming into the 5 point. No, apparently not. Well, again, 0.14, it's nothing in it.
6-5.
Okay,
I think he's favourite for gammon.
Come on, Sertaç, I want to see some more backgammon.
Yeah.
Let's try and run this off.
And if the game goes longer, they can reduce their PR. This is, unlucky start,
absolutely.
And they got no chance to reduce it. That's it.
No.
Thing.
But on the other hand, it is only 2.
Would you take 2? I would consider, giving blocks and taking 2 on that 3-2.
I didn't. No, I don't think there's any need. I think it's. No, I think.
I really want to check that.
Yeah, okay.
When you find time.
I didn't notice anything, Hakan.
Okay.
Like I say, if you look at, we'll go through it slowly afterwards.
Yeah. It's short match anyway. If it finishes like this, so we can talk about the positions more with you. You see, Tim, like these players are. I know you saw the stats of these players, and they played around 6 average PR. But when we came to live streams, I think it's the pressure of grandmasters like you. They know.
Sorry, fellas.
they know everyone watching.
Ozan, a message to me from both of them. We've all been there, so don't worry.
Yeah.
I remember the worst experience for me was I played an exhibition match with ZZ and Speed, and speed isn't my natural strength anyway.
Okay, this is an exciting moment. Exactly. Come on, Sertaç. Come on. Yes, we saved it.
Well played.
Okay,
so
we've seen more matches.
I was telling the story about the pressure, and I was playing this. And at one point between the games, when I knew I'd played matches, when I knew I hadn't been playing, my mind went to jelly, and I hadn't got it. At one point, I thought, I don't even know how to play this simple move. It's terrible. If you start overthinking, it can all go wrong. Right,
this is what's happening.
Absolutely. So,
it happened to me several times as well. It's really hard. You have to have this experience,
Experience.
That's why we're doing this,
Absolutely. So, Sertaç, we hit it. In the openings, we fight for the 4, 5, and 7 points. So let's go, and that's a great play. Slow down, guys.
Yeah.
Nice play by Sertaç. 5-1. Double 6. Well, absolutely. Of course, 13-7 should be played immediately.
Hit him 1.
You might
13.
At least 2 of them, yeah. So you play those first, and then look for the next 2 plays.
I think I will go 1. Yeah.
Yeah. Well played. I think it'll be quite close between that and 21-9.
Because getting timing to save the back checkers, giving chance for blitzing, avoiding him to make another point.
Both players are totally acceptable. Yeah. Both players are totally acceptable. Oh,
Whoa,
so
what a roll.
I think he probably picks up. It's close though. Yeah. I was right. It's close. Look at it. It's 0.005 again.
Yeah.
Like, so, of course, making the ball well played. This is better. So White has to now play at least 2 checks. Well played. Well played. All
Well,
tipping backgammon is make your 6s play well.
okay, Black got a chance. Ooh. Black got a chance for counter prime. I mean,
And I'm pleased
strategy.
to see at least this is helping bring their PRs down, so that's good to see.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And we play to the 7 point and
Maybe
the,
slot to 3
I
points.
think so. Well, it's a bit big for me. I don't think there's a need because
Yeah.
I think you can do that next time. Oh, it was
Right.
correct, like you say.
I will play to 3 point because I want to counter prime the
No,
guy.
no, this isn't right. This
This
isn't
is
right.
definitely not right.
No.
Because the only way to escape the back checkers is counter prime him
Yes.
and, you know,
Yes.
throw a good
So,
6 and get out.
yeah, but if you see, the reason I wanted to play the top play is because we can still prime. We don't need to slot aggressively. We can prime slotting aggressively. And yet, if he does roll a 2, it will definitely be to our detriment. So we could have, even though that play is close, the safe play was even slightly better.
Yeah. Because with any 2 he's dead. But with your move, I don't think he's dead. He's got some
Exactly.
other chances.
You've got a few different ways of winning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We must make the 3 point. Surely. Sure. Yeah. Excellent. Well, there's nothing clever. We'll play it.
Okay. Prime versus prime positions.
It is. But now we can slot. No.
Ace.
Now we could have swapped the back because
Yeah.
to make 6s play, and it was only 1 in 18 shot. Yeah. If he rolls a 6-2 or a 6-4, it'll be.
Well, you have to hit now because you got no other choice, you know?
Yes. Yes.
You need to wait
we
for
just
the
hope
good
to roll a 6 soon, yeah. We just hope to roll a 6 soon.
Okay. This
Well,
is important.
oh no, we don't. We're supporting White, aren't we? We're supporting.
Okay.
Oh dear. Come on, Serkan.
Sertaç.
Yeah,
We got Serkan as well. He's playing Tuesday.
Yes, that's the one I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Serkan, sorry. Right, come on, a double 2.
Okay. He needs another 6. Oh.
Oh dear, double 5.
He's got 3 rolls.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Yeah, it would be nice. We can have, you know, if we would have more matches, more games, I mean.
Oh, this is interesting stuff. Yeah, that is
Clear?
correct.
Yeah.
You got that right. He doesn't leave a shot. He's only got 6-3 now. Sertaç.
Ooh, double 6.
It's not good enough, I don't think. 1.
Well, 2-1. Yeah, you escaped.
It was like
They're all close.
Yeah. They're all close.
But he doesn't know they're close now, so he's taking his time maybe to avoid the blunder potential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it when you're 46 points checkers pips behind, it's almost certainly right to stay. But even when it's wrong like this, it's by 0.001. So and there's no shot left at all. You just you stay as a joke. This is an extreme. Even this extreme position, it's still only 0.00 wrong, 0.01 wrong to stay. So you can, as a general rule, just stay without thinking about it too hard.
Okay, he's thinking to press the clock, take him back.
Got plenty of time, so
Yeah. He doesn't know, you know, it's too close, so. But you only get in 2-1, you know.
yeah.
And after 2-1, you have to get 6, and that's 5-point-something% times 30. It's less than 1% chance, I think. And you're risking a lot. Hit and run.
Well, it turns out they're both almost identical. You know, you're in it's a tough position for. It was very close.
Yeah. 4-3, slotting with ace, maybe.
Come on, Sertaç, we can.
Yeah, he needs big doubles.
Need some big numbers, big numbers. Let's just say a double six. Come on, let's see a double six.
2 double 6.
Yeah.
Really unfortunate match for both of them.
Yes.
They couldn't find chance to, you know, reduce these PR levels. But thanks God with BMAB, the good thing is that if you get very high PR for short match,
Yes.
very bad number, it doesn't affect your PR
yeah.
rate so much.
No.
Because it looks at the moves, how many moves you've got and stuff.
Yes. I'll go through it. I mean, Sertaç just had that one game. If you say you're working with Sertaç,
Yeah.
just the.
And the cube.
I
I
understand why. I understand. We'll talk about it. I understand why he was doing it because thematically he was supposed to stay back, but it wasn't correct in this position.
Okay, well done for both players. Really unfortunate, but at least they got, you know, they tried their best. Unlucky match, that's all. Well done for Ozan for winning the match.
Exactly, and hopefully Sertaç will be able to work on that game, that explanation of why 24-21 was always the right play.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do?
Okay, we are now going to analyze the match.
Okay.
Let me ask Halil to put the white screen of XG so we go through the match and the blunders. If you want, normally we go through the blunders because we got back-to-back matches,
Yes.
you know. We have time to prepare for the, the next matches. Tomorrow,
Yes.
by the way, team, we got probably Sebastian Wilkinson for our
Oh,
commentary, and we got
brilliant.
one more place, as you saw on the time schedule, empty. I don't know
Yeah.
if you got time, if
I,
you'd like to
I,
join.
I said I offered you that today, and I can't. I've booked something now. Oh, I'm going
Oh,
to
you
share.
booked. Okay, it's all
I've
right. No
booked something.
problem.
I would
No
have done it
problem.
anyway, but
No.
it'll be listening to Sebastian. It'll be
Yeah.
interesting. So
I
many
hope
good
you
things to
you
say.
enjoyed you enjoyed.
Thank you.
How was it from your side?
Oh, I
Commenting.
enjoyed it because it's always more interesting to see, when you've got good players and when they come across a position they don't understand, it always
Yeah.
makes it better to explain. You learn much more from watching people. Yeah, I'm always intrigued where people love watching the top players play all the
Yeah.
time. Because basically it's just like they play so close to perfect backgammon.
Yeah.
You don't
You don't
see
see much
much to
blunders and
learn.
stuff,
Yeah,
but here
exactly.
I think it's very educational for the viewers
Absolutely,
because
some really good stuff. Yeah,
yeah, a lot
and
of
and and,
errors.
and
Yeah.
I can see very much that Ozan has got natural talent. He
Yeah.
absolutely shines across.
He
He will,
has.
and whether it's just whether look, his university studies are going to take priority,
Yeah.
but once he has time to start studying the game, he's going to fly through. There's just no question.
Yeah. He
Sertaç,
just he
obviously,
just starting. Yeah.
yeah, Sertaç obviously has got a solid game, and he's got, from the little I've seen, I hope I don't misjudge you too much, Sertaç, but you've got some parts of the game you're totally on top of, with a couple of. It's just basically just working at, just trying to find the errors and the positions you get wrong, and we're all in the same boat.
Yeah.
And hopefully he'll really learn from this game too, and it'll change. It'll be something that'll never happen to him again.
Yeah. You see, what we're doing here is, Tim,
Yeah,
normally in the live streams, we always see grandmasters, top players playing on
yes,
the live stream. Now with our project, we're not grandmaster yet, but
right,
it's good to have a chance to see, good, decent players as well playing, or
absolutely,
beginners as well. In the future, we will put beginners as well on the live stream. These
yes,
players are top players in North Cyprus, but
yes,
in the future, I'm planning to, we're planning to put beginners as well, so they can have a chance to learn, understand, and I think it's good for commentators like you as well to comment on this game, so people can learn, a lot.
exactly. Hopefully, people will. Yeah, absolutely. Can we look at move seven?
Okay,
Move
Halim,
seven and
and
eight. Oh, you want to go right through the
we
front from?
start from nil-nil, and we go
Okay,
forward. It's under
is it
your
okay just to
control,
do?
Tim.
Okay, can
Whatever
we
you
just do
say,
the?
transcription can hear, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. Can you just highlight the blunders, please, if that's okay, and we just work through the blunders.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So 2-1. Okay, so what's going on here? In the openings, we have to fight for, I call them the glory points. It's only my terminology, it's not a well known terminology. And I call the glory points the 4, 5, and 7 points. Okay, so why is it right to play 23 and then 6 to 5? One, we're fighting for the glory points, but two, we look at White's position, and one of the big weaknesses of White's position he's got that wasted checker on his 1 point. So whilst we gain a lot in the race by hitting, we also improve White's position. And White already has 3 checkers back, so knocking the 4th checker back is not quite as big a gain as normal. And still, what's more important at the moment is fighting positionally. So let's play bar 23 and 6 to 5 and fight positionally. If White had no checkers back, that's a totally different situation, and we must hit on the 24. Basically, it's the difference between having 3 and 4 checkers back is much less than having 0 and 1 checkers back or 1 and 2 checkers back. And so in this, we've hit a thing where we're playing positionally now rather than rather than for the race. Okay, which is why we play to 5. Double take as black. Okay, I think we went through this in the commentary.
Yeah.
Okay. As I spoke, I was struggling to explain, and you put it succinctly. The reason is there are no market losers here for black. So if we understood, because white has got such a strong 5-point and a goalkeeper, even if, say, the checker escaped from the 18 to the 11 and white had moved a similar amount of check points forward, white would still have a take. And because he's got a take in that position, black should improve to that position before he doubles.
Yeah.
2-2. Okay, again, another one that Hakan spotted at the time. So when you're having to decide in these positions whether to play, the first thing you think of is, how certain am I here to win the gammon? If I've got no chance of winning the gammon, I play as safe as possible. If I'm almost certain to win the gammon, I play as safe as possible. The only time we bear off aggressively is when the gammon's in doubt. And I would say that by playing safe, we have 89% chance of winning the gammon. And I put that in the category of almost certain. And so that's why we play safe in that position. Okay. Do you want to explain this, Hakan, or are you happy with me to carry on?
Yeah, I'm with you, Tim.
Yeah.
We would love to hear your comments.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I just don't want to dominate, that's all.
No.
Okay. As long as you're happy.
That's all fine.
I can talk backgammon for hours and hours and hours.
And we would like to listen for hours and hours.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so here. Okay. So the first of all, black has got a slight positional advantage. And so we actually, as white, are already in the position where we want to break contact a bit. And that is it, really. Nothing clever. We've got a slight race lead, and black has already, whilst he's not got a strong board yet, he's got a stronger prime than us. So we are already in a position where it suits us not to have a game full of contact and hitting yet. We might get away with just a simple game. So that's why we play 20 to 50.
You got good saying about these back checker movements, Tim, which is always in my mind. I heard it from you first. If you can't find anything valuable, moving back checkers forward is never blunder, something like this.
Yes, if there's nothing that comes naturally, no naturally good move, and you just can't see a good move, it's very it's often right just to move your back checkers.
Yeah, this is a saying that's in my mind about Tim Cross. Every time I fall in this kind of positions, you come in my mind. Tim Cross is saying I have nothing valuable.
Thanks, Hakan. That's actually my saying. I've got to give credit.
It is. You see, I remember it. I never forget.
Thanks, Hakan. I've got to give credit to somebody called Sam Pottle, who had Pottle's law, which is always move your back checkers. Yeah. So I don't go quite as far as that, but that's the general principle. But it's a good example of there's nothing great to do, so let's move our back checkers. Look, there's so many exceptions to that. Be careful with it, but it's it's often use it carefully, but
don't overdo it.
Don't
overdo
you're
it.
Saying again. That's the same all back down. Yeah. Okay. So 6-4. Okay. Now this is much more important. And Sertaç, if you're listening to this afterwards, or somebody's translating it for you.
Yeah. Ozan knows English. Sertaç doesn't know.
Right. Okay. Well, hopefully somebody will translate to this.
Yeah.
The hardest decisions in backgammon are hit or don't hit decisions, And when you have those, you can't make those just in 5 seconds. You have to quickly analyze, first of all, what the situation is in the race, then what the situation is in board strength, and you have to work out where we are on that. It was quite close, and it was not that risky to hit when you go through all the different things. Basically, white's board strength is as strong as black's, and therefore, and is slightly behind. And when it's close, when there is no massive instructions not to hit, it's almost always right to hit. You only don't hit when you get a really big disadvantage positionally to hit. And in this situation, we are, our board strength is as good as black's board strength. So now is the time to hit and just take a shot, a punter having a lucky few moves. But you cannot afford to. And what happens even more so in this play, if you don't hit, it's not that you're not taking a risk, but what happens is you're giving black a free chance at making a strong 4'. And so in hitting, we're doing two things. One, we're moving forward and going ahead in the race, but we're also taking one of black checkers out of a useful black checker, a slotted 8-point out of play. So the hit is absolutely essential. But more importantly, Sertaç, if you're listening to this or somebody's translating, I was only halfway through my thought process by the time you played and picked up your dice. And I think that's probably more important for you to learn, not making these really tough decisions just so quickly.
That's right. And some other grandmaster saying is, when I see this blunder, is I forgot his name, who he was, but it came up in my mind. When the pip is really close and you in between hitting or playing safe, hitting is really good option often, because pip is really close and it's really valuable for you to hit and get race advantage.
Absolutely, and that definitely comes in this category.
Yeah. So. Okay, let's move on.
Now this is different. This was a tough play, whichever way you look at it.
This is where it all started.
Yeah. Okay. Well, actually, I think it was let's have a look at move 6, please.
Move 6. Up 3-2. Move 6. Halil. Move 6. 3-2. 13-8. Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, so this is where Sertaç really started going wrong in this game.
Yeah.
Well, of course, he started going wrong by not hitting, but now white is behind a prime and is suddenly in a bad position. So white needs to, and white's got a goalkeeper, but that goalkeeper isn't needed, because look at the race. It's actually, even though white's got 3 checkers back, the race is really close. And when the race is really close, we don't want to be playing a deep game, either a full back game or a 4-point game with a goalkeeper. We want to bring. Hakan pointed this out at the time. We want to bring. So whilst it was only a small error, it was only a 0.075. This particular play caused all the problems later on in the game for Serkan. Sorry, I keep saying Serkan.
Yeah. We will be watching him Tuesday.
Is Serkan my mate from? He might be the one I met in Istanbul. That's why.
Serkan is a very experienced player.
Did he go to Istanbul?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. That's my mate. We had a really good laugh all the time.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. Yeah. Yeah, all right. So that was it. Because he'll even laugh more, because our particular joke was about Serkan and stuff. All right, I've got it. Yeah. So that's why I've got Serkan in my mind so much.
Yeah.
So anyway, so more particular, even though this error by Sertaç it actually caused all the problems later on in the game, because he rolled bad numbers, that he had no spare checkers to play because he was behind this 4'. So 24-21 is really essential here. Don't, on first impulse, think that white, it just looks, the natural feel is that white's behind in the race. But when you actually look, it's close. And so white will need checkers to play with. And leaving that one on the 24 caused all the problems later on in the match. So this is a very, like, even though it's not one of the blunders, it's a very, very instructive play.
Yeah.
Okay. 8-4-2. And, you know, before these errors, Sertaç had been playing absolutely fantastic backgammon. So
that's right.
One tiny bit of understanding that caused...
One misunderstanding. I think he failed to see the race value here.
Yes. Yeah, that's probably, yes. Okay, this was a really tough play. I didn't know myself. I hadn't decided by the time they decided, but it's just a case of just trying to not destroy your position as much as possible, which is 13-11 and 8-4. You know, it's just no, it's not. Again, you want to play 24-22.
Yeah,
sixes play well, so. Really important. Can you see 24-22 is really important to bring into this, to make your sixes play well, to get to the edge of the prime as close as you can, because you can't use your fives to escape the 21 because black's got a good attack as well. So that's why 24-22 is important. Okay, number 8, 4-3.
Same thing, same concept.
It's exactly the same concept. The race. We must bring our checkers into play to be able to play in a race.
Yeah.
And then we I think we talked about the doubles at the time.
Yeah.
I understand why black didn't double because of the score, and can I just point out this double take, because black actually criticised slightly for doubling this. It was slightly too good to double. But when it's so close, I say double, because as in the game, you never know when your opponent can make a mistake here. You see, it's only a .020 error to double, and I think
I would double this as well, because it's 4-0, going to 5 is really valuable as well.
Yes,
and you're pushing the opponent to make mistakes as well.
So even if technically it's slightly too good, practically it's a really good.
This is tournament double.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Now this is hard. Now, whilst again, it's the same principle of being at the edge of this prime. This is a much harder one, and the grandmasters can miss this play because hitting is so good. Lots of grandmasters
but it's again the race.
It's the same principle as everything we've been talking about. However, I'm saying is it's just great players would also make this mistake, I think.
Okay, let's move on. Yeah.
Okay, now you're just slightly over complicating things.
Because you got good priming structure, that's your strength. Why are you going for blitzing for like?
It's just a lot. Is the black checker is slightly better on the 20 point.
Yeah.
6-2. Now
6-3.
This is technique. You just basically. We're trying to keep our checkers back to cover as much of the outfield as possible. Again, I'd have got it slightly wrong, but I would have kept my checkers back as it's telling us to, and it would have been slightly wrong.
Yeah.
I'd have played. So that's fine. No big problem. Oh, but 22-13 wasn't right, because we've got to keep ourselves. We want to cover as much, because black is absolutely crushing white positionally. But white is ahead race-wise. We absolutely have to keep our checkers. We have to keep as much contact as possible. And therefore, we want to make it as far for white to get past our checkers as possible. So we want to keep at least one of the checkers on the 22 or 19 point. Okay, thanks. That's great.
Yeah, that's all. Oh, 3-2. Okay, this is the one I was talking about.
Ah, was it? Right. Did you get it right? Oh,
Yeah,
oh no, Haka.
this was
Grandmaster
great
Haka.
move.
Well played, pal. Yeah. Two force. Yes, magnificent. Well,
Gammon's too valuable here, right?
respect to you. Respect to you. I missed that player over the board. Respect, Haka. Well played.
Thank you, team.
7% difference.
Yeah. Okay. I enjoyed commenting a match with a grandmaster like you, Tim.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's been an honor for me to,
Uh,
have you in on our live stream and getting your
and the other way
support.
around as well.
Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again. Hope to see you in
Absolutely.
Cyprus in the short
Yeah.
future. Maybe you can arrange some time to come to tournaments, because in Cyprus we have amazing tournaments coming up.
I know.
Yeah, you have us here all the time, and we really appreciate your support as Cypriot players, and thank you so much. That's all I
Great.
can
And if you
say.
do this again, just feel free to contact me. It'd be great. Thank you.
Okay,
Always a pleasure. See you.
thank you so
Respect
much,
to the
Tim.
transcriber. Respect to the transcriber.
Yes,
Job
Thank
at
you very
that.
much.
thank you.
And the speed they were playing, you did amazingly. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Tim. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Look after
Bye.
yourself. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, no. 1 second. Now we are going to live stream our final matches tonight with Mehmet Çakıcı and Salih Kayalı with the commentator of Bernard Meyer, WBIF president. It's going to be an exciting match, so we are waiting to see you again at 9 o'clock. See you at 9 o'clock. Thank